Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for today and the time ahead. This week you have this jealousy and gossip card and this turtle card. It says slowness and protection on it. I feel like you're doing something right. I feel like this is like good jealousy or good gossip, so I wouldn't react to it. If people are being jealous or gossiping about what you're doing, if they're talking about you, you're getting free attention, as I say. So I would just ignore it. Plus, we have Mars retrograde, and Mars retrograde is never a good time to kind of like engage in gossip or jealousy or things like that. So I would make sure that you don't. And you also have that protection card, which kind of basically says you are protected at this time, so there's no need to worry about anything that anyone is saying about you or towards you or any of that stuff, right? And, that's basically what I would focus on here is the good stuff. And I feel like, again, the fact that people are talking is probably a good thing. You have the Hermit. It's kind of a weird week, right? It's like none of these cards here are like challenging or bad, but I don't know, they're all just like very withdrawn energy cards. Hermit strength is even kind of like is more about like internal work or deep work. You have that Four Cups, like more introspective work, Two of Swords being in an introspection. Temperance is kind of like a card of trying to create a transformation. So this is like very much a behind the scenes, Pisces behind the scenes type of reading here. I would say the Hermit, and by the way, I feel it's good. I feel like I think the answer here is the Ten of Wands, and so it just seems to me like maybe you're very busy, or you are working behind the scenes, or you're creating things behind the scenes. I also feel like you're getting ready for your big reveal here, Pisces. In a lot of ways, I feel that in the time ahead you could be revealing a lot, kind of like showing your true colors to the world or expressing yourself in ways that get you attention. And I feel like this is kind of like the preparation for you. Popping out, right, like a stripper popping out of a cake. And I made that joke to Scorpio recently, but I feel kind of like the same energy going on here. You have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups can be being spoiled for choice, and I think you have a lot of options. I kind of get this energy like if you would what's popping into my head, Pisces, is if you would just do it, you would get an amazing result. So whatever you're thinking about doing that you're not doing, I would just take action. I feel like this is like work or business related, or again, even if you're retired, you could be working on a project or, kind of thinking about writing a book or, doing whatever you retired people do. But, don't just putter around, right? I think that there's probably better options, and so I would do something with this energy. You have the Temperance card. Again, this is where the preparation thing comes in. Like I said, I think there's nothing, very withdrawn energy, very much behind the scenes. So it's almost like you're preparing to reveal yourself to the world, which kind of makes sense. Your birthday is coming up soon, obviously. And, so again, I think that once the sun moves into Pisces in the near future, that a lot of you could be kind of unleashing the beast here, Pisces, and showing the world kind of like who you are. And this is definitely some sort of change. So I like it, and it looks good. With the Hermit, you have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, you have the Ten of Cups twice here and here. The Ten of Cups can represent like fortune after difficulty, or, it's the card of happy home, happy family. So, if you're like in a connection, I think this could say that, things are going well. I don't really feel this reading is talking about love yet. That could change anytime I say that, and, the reading ends up being a love reading. But, again, I think that this is more about you kind of like creating happiness and focusing on what makes you happy. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is holding on too tightly to the past. Again, I said it to you recently or whatever it was that you need to let go of your story from the past, which was, definitely like the struggle bus for Pisces right during that time and maybe even a little bit longer than that. But, I think you need to let go of that story, like whatever kept happening to you. And it's going to be different for all of you, Pisces, but I guarantee you there's probably one big challenge you can think of that kept repeating in your life back then. And I feel that it's time to change whatever that story is. Usually, to change a story, we have to face that fear, whatever the fear is. If it's about money, then it's like something about money. If it's about love, then it's about love. If it's about something else, then it's about something else. But I think it's time to change the story. With the Temperance card, you have the Six of Cups. Yeah, turnaround. Temperance can represent creating a turnaround, and the Six of Cups, to me, sometimes represents like a gift from the universe. And I feel in a lot of ways that there could be some sort of, usually what I was going to say is, usually the gift we receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround, meaning, our obstacles are being removed. So I think for a lot of you, there could be some obstacles being removed from your life there, which is good. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this helping hand card. It says the universe is helping you to find something you need that will lead you to your next steps. Two of Swords will definitely talk about it. You have this crescent moon. It says as the moon grows, so can your wealth, health, and happiness. Stay positive. This is a very good reading, Pisces. There's deep work going on here, but, it's like deep work that you want to be doing. I think you're working on yourself a lot. I also think, like I said, that you're preparing to, reveal something like a, new idea, new direction in your life. Some changes that you want to make, some new things that you want to do, new directions, all new here, Pisces, but definitely very good. You have the Strength card, the Two of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. The Strength card. She is quieting her inner voice. Like this is like the one thing that you have to kind of like work on here with the Strength card is your inner voice and like what your inner voice is telling you. Or, it's like about kind of like overcoming something. It's kind of reminding me of kind of like Black Moon Lilith in Leo. Like I'm a Black Moon Lilith in Leo, so I'll bare my soul to you here a little bit, Pisces. But it's like Black Moon Lilith and Leo people need to learn how to like act. But from a playful, they need to learn how to be playful is maybe a better way to put it. And so it's kind of funny, cause like lately I've been working on a lot of shorts for my other channel and it's just like so awkward. It's been so awkward for me to do those shorts. Like I'm like, it just doesn't flow like this does, right? And it's like I'm not getting used to it. And it's like what I've kind of realized is it's probably my Black Moon Lilith in Leo. Like I need to learn how to act. I need to learn how to be a goof on camera, right? And all that other stuff, even though I can do it on this channel. But what I would say is there's something, the reason I'm talking about this is because I feel like there's, something about you that maybe makes you feel awkward or, maybe it's something you have to overcome about yourself or get over yourself. And I feel the Strength card is saying, that's the strength that you could be working on. You have the Two of Swords. There was something about this, about the universe leading you to your next steps. Again, she needs to trust her intuition. She has this blindfold on, and sometimes in the tarot, blindfolds represent needing to trust your intuition. And her intuition should be guiding her to this new island behind her. Like she thinks she only has two options, but there's actually a better option behind her here. And if she would trust her intuition, she would see that there's a better way of doing things. So, that's what I feel here, Pisces. There's probably a better way for you to be doing whatever you're doing. Even here, again, this is definitely a good reading, but, the Ten of Wands could say like, sure, you can get a result doing things the way you're doing them right now, but the Ten of Wands might be the hard way. There might be an easier way to do things if you trust your intuition. You have the Knight of Pentacles definitely needing to get started. Knight of Pentacles is no movement. He needs to plant seeds in this field behind him, and they will grow. So I feel like there's a lot of success that could be coming in for you if you get started, and I would just get started. Like I made, again, not to talk about myself too much here, but it's like I made the commitment this year. I said I'm doing a short every single day no matter what, and I'm just going to publish it and see what happens, and that's it, right? And that's the goal, right? So I think you just need to kind of like keep it simple. And I'm doing it very simply. It's like I'm not doing any crazy edits yet or anything like that. I'm doing things kind of like slow and steady, but at least I'm taking action. And I think that's what you need to do here, Pisces, with the Knight of Pentacles. With the Strength card, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said, it's like the big reveal is coming up. Like maybe not here yet, maybe not until later on, even because we still have Mars retrograde. We're in the shadow until later in the cycle, so this is something that's developing over time. And of course, nothing just magically happens overnight anyway. So what I would say here is that these people are recognizing him for the work that he's doing. So I would keep doing the work that you're doing because eventually you will receive the recognition you deserve. And that's kind of what I feel here with the Three of Pentacles. With the Two of Swords, you have the Page of Wands definitely needing to go to that new island. The Page of Wands is about enthusiasm, excitement, going on adventures. And I definitely feel that there could be a kind of like a new adventure for you. That takes you into a new land, right, or to a new island. And I would definitely go there with the Page of Wands. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the King of Pentacles. I think you're building something long-term here, Pisces, for sure. It's like you and Aries, keep getting this message. It's like whatever you've been doing, it's like you are about to do something that's like similar but in a bigger way. So I feel for a lot of you that this is saying like, don't be afraid to change, or, don't be afraid to upgrade your business or your job or what you're doing, because it's like you've been learning for a long time. And now that is leading to like a solid foundation for something new. And the King of Pentacles can be like a solid foundation. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this meditating contemplate card. Yes, the Two of Swords says you have to find a way to trust your intuition, so I would listen to your intuition there. You have this card that says a personal issue reaches resolution. So if you are having any issues or problems or challenges, you definitely could be overcoming those things. You have the Ten of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands is carrying a heavy burden. He's carrying these 10 wands to this home in the background here, and he is about to release his burden. So I think for a lot of you, this is saying it's time for you to release your burdens, or it's time to release a burden in your life. And that's definitely what I would do with the 10 of Wands. Like, I wouldn't do things the hard way. I wouldn't do things the easy way either. I would do things the efficient way. Sometimes efficiency does require hard work, but there's probably a better way to do what you're doing right now. And, that's really what I would focus on with the 10 of Wands. And again, with Pluto and Aquarius, number 1, your creativity is going to be on fire. Not everybody thinks of Aquarius as creative, but Aquarius is extremely creative, so creative, innovative. And the other thing I would say is using technology is going to be your best friend. So we're talking about like AI, of course, as an option. I don't care how you feel about AI, it's here to stay, right? So you might as well make friends with it before the robots take over and take us out anyway, in the first place, right? So you might as well make friends with it. And, that's what I would do here is like, how can you make things more efficient? With the Four of Cups, you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is like having been disappointed a bunch of times in the past, but he's receiving this new cup. And this new cup is reaching out, and it's a new offer that he needs to accept. He needs to realize that he has all the ingredients for success in front of him. All these 3 cups here kind of represent the lessons, the challenges, the things that he's been through, but he's learned all these lessons. And if he would apply the lessons he learned to this new situation, he would be successful. So, I think you need to look at your lessons. You have the Four of Pentacles. Again, I would be careful of playing it too safe, is the energy I'm getting off of this Four of Pentacles here. I'm not saying that you should be taking ridiculous risk or anything like that, but I would definitely be don't be afraid to take risks. And, the risk that we could be taking with Pluto and Aquarius is the risk of exposure, the risk of being wrong, the risk of getting negative attention for being wrong about something we share, or, anything like that. So it's basically, that type of risk, and those are the risks I would be taking. With the 10 of Wands, you have the Fool. Yeah, definitely time for a new beginning and a time to do something different or new. And I feel you could be taking a leap of faith with the Fool. Also, it's funny that I said that thing about risk-taking, because the Fool, he has to take the risk of looking foolish if he is wrong about what he is about to do. So, I feel a lot of you, this is like you taking the risk of looking foolish. And, again, I would do it anyway. With the Four of Cups, you have the Temperance card again. So Temperance is about mixing things together. I always say with the Four of Cups set, it's like he's trying to manifest a cake. He has the flour, the sugar, the eggs in front of him, but he's not mixing it together, and that's exactly what he needs to do. It's like he's disappointed with what he's received, but he's received all the ingredients for success. He just needs to mix it together, pop it in the oven, he'll have a cake. That's all he has to do, and same with you. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Definitely a really good time for you, Pisces. Some astrologers are considering this period one of the best phases for Pisces. I'm not sure how I feel about that yet, and if the aliens land or whatever the hell is going to happen next, I don't know, can't really talk about what I want to say on YouTube. But if we're still here, if we are not somewhere else later on, then I would say I'm not so sure that this is going to be, your absolute best phase. I think there are other periods that could be, much better. But the Nine of Pentacles is really good for independence, really good for increasing your finances. Next, for the good stuff, you have this Adventure card and this Nourish card. I think definitely, Pisces, it's time to nourish yourself through adventure, or even going on vacations or taking care of yourself. Even if you can't go on vacation, I think a staycation, at home would be a really good idea. I also think nourishing your ideas, feeding your ideas with more energy, would be a good idea with the Nourish card. Again, the Adventure card can represent going on adventure, But we don't have to literally go on an adventure. We can learn something new from home, we can educate ourselves. And, since we had Saturn in Capricorn in the past, that really started the whole profitable education energy. And so since then, I don't know why I pulled this, but we'll take it, that started the time of profitable education. Not that it wasn't profitable before, it's just like extra profitable now. And so I would be educating yourself as much as possible. Sure, we'll take both of these together. You have the Six of Swords, the Magician, the Ten of Cups with the Four of Wands here. With the Six of Swords can represent improvements or moving on to calmer shores. Four of Wands can represent marriage. Again, I do feel good for those of you that are in a connection already. Like, you could be deepening the connection, improving the connection. You could be getting, this could be a person you marry in the future. For the rest of you, and for all of you really, I also believe that this could be you crossing a finish line. Again, Four of Wands is my card of crossing a finish line or completing something. Even in the old tarot books, the Four of Wands sometimes was said to be a card of completion, meaning that you complete one thing, you go to the other side, and you keep going on your journey. And so I think a lot of you could be completing something at this time or completing like a certain stage and you're going to the next one. You have the Magician. You can have whatever you want here, Pisces, like that T.I. song. You can have whatever you like. And I think that you need to embrace it. It's like there is a person, that is the universe, that wants to shower you with patron on ice, right? So, I think for a lot of you that your sugar daddy or sugar mama is the universe. And the Magician is saying that you need to act as if you deserve everything. And that's exactly what I would do here with the Magician. And I think that will be good for you. I also think that you are reinventing yourself, as we already said, because like I said, it's like you and Aries, you're born right next to each other, so it kind of makes sense. But you too, for whatever that part of the sky, for whatever reason, has been getting this message. That is saying like you're taking what you do and leveling up, which could include a reinvention. Like the Magician, he reinvents himself, meaning he expresses different energy based off of what he's trying to attract, and I think that could be important for you as well. I always pull the card he's pointing to, which we're going to say it's this one. This says Crow Spirit. It says you'll soon receive news that will bring some blessed experiences into your life. Damn, this is a much better reading than recently, so definitely very positive and could be good news coming in for you. You have the Ten of Cups again. Fortune after difficulty, or, good things happening after a difficult period of time. Also, if you have a family or people in your life, this is a great card for like socializing, celebrating, having a good time. I always say the Ten of Cups is my card of choosing happiness as well. These people are standing in the real world, but they are choosing to be happy. And that's exactly what I would do, is choose happiness here, Pisces, no matter what is going on around you. With the Six of Swords and the Four of Wands, you have the moon you showing up here. So whenever you show up as yourself, it kind of puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. Also, an amazing card for trusting your intuition, so I think it is a very intuitive time for you. With the Magician, you have the Hanged Man. No, the High Priestess, also you. The funny thing is that, again, the Magician can represent reinvention. So you could be going from like the moon version of yourself to the High Priestess version, which is like she's more interested in trusting her intuition and digging into mysteries and, looking at things from an intuitive perspective. She's also the card of unlimited potential. She has no roof over her head, and it says there are no limits to what she can accomplish. Damn. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune, definitely changing your fortunes. And more success coming in for you at this time, I feel, Pisces. So this looks freaking amazing. I love it. But let's keep going. You have this Dark Man. It says dealings or relationships with a man or dark complexion or hair. You have this Ram card. It says stubborn, aggressive person. I do feel like you could be attracting a stubborn person. For those of you that want love, it could be a stubborn person, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's like sometimes stubborn people can make us more successful. The other thing is that you could be the person who gets this person to loosen the hell up. So, again, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a bad thing to me. One thing I will say is, based off of Mars retrograde though, is that if you are dealing with people who are just inflexible, I would avoid inflexible people at all costs. Like, I feel if this is a person in love, it's like they're stubborn, but I think they're flexible, for the most part. I think. But again, if you're like working on a project and you're working with a person who just won't do things the way that you want, then goodbye, good riddance. You have this Archway card. It says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Yeah, major. It kind of gives me like a popping is it type of feeling, this reading, where it's like there's that release after pain, you know? And I kind of feel like some of you are feeling that today or around now. You have this ladder. It says climbing toward success clearly. You have this light card. It says stepping into new experiences. Two of Swords, you know, any new opportunities that you get at this time, I would be exploring those opportunities. Again, we're not going to find things sitting at home, so we have to go do stuff, take classes, have fun, get out in nature, breathe a little fresh air, see what's going on in the world, you know, blah, blah, blah. There you go. You have this bear spirit. It says danger, especially in money matters. So keep an eye on your finances. Money actually looks good. I think the problem for Pisces will be spending money, and so I would be careful of buying things that you don't need, right? I think your money actually looks fine based off this reading, unless you're spending it like crazy. So, you know, I would keep an eye on your spending. But this looks really good, Pisces. Love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your time ahead.